Today we're making salmon with a lemon butter caper sauce. Now this recipe is kind of special to me because it was one of the first recipes I ever posted on TikTok that kind of went viral. And if you go back and you look at all the comments on this video, everybody loves this recipe because it's that good. I know you guys are gonna love it. I'm not gonna overtalk it, so without further ado, let's get to cooking. Alright, so what I have here is 2 fillets of salmon. Now this was frozen in my freezer. I bought this fresh and I vacuum sealed it. Now when you go to the grocery store and you go to buy your fish, make sure you ask the person across the counter, when did the fish come in? Give it a smell. If it smells fishy, it's gonna taste fishy. It means that fish has been sitting there for a while, don't buy it. You're better off buying nice fresh fish and vacuum sealing it, throwing it in the freezer, and then the next time you wanna make fish, you just thaw it out. We're gonna season the salmon with a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of salt, and black pepper. I'm gonna add a little bit of lemon as well. Now I don't wanna go crazy on the fish. Our sauce is gonna have a ton of flavor. We don't really need to go nuts with the salmon. I mean, you could add a little bit of garlic powder or onion powder, but today I'm just gonna keep it nice and simple with a little bit of salt and pepper. So now the salmon's not super thick, so I'm gonna go into the oven set to 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 10 to 12 minutes or until the internal temperature of the fish is about 130 to 135 degrees Fahrenheit. While the salmon is baking in the oven, we're gonna work on our lemon butter caper sauce. Now in a medium-sized pan on medium heat, we're gonna add a little bit of olive oil, about a tablespoon or so. And once the oil is hot, we're gonna add our shallots. A little bit of salt on the shallots just to draw out some of that moisture. Once the shallots turn nice and translucent, after about a minute or two, we're gonna go in with some mince of garlic. This is about 3 or 4 cloves. This is really just an easy sauce to make. If you're new to making sauces, I highly recommend starting out with this one. Very tasty, easy to do. So after about 30 seconds or so, once we start to smell the garlic, we're gonna add some chili flake for some heat. And then 1 cup of a dry white wine. This is a Chardonnay. Now you're gonna wanna let this wine reduce for a few minutes here until it's completely evaporated. We're gonna add some capers, fresh lemon juice, and about 1/4 cup of some heavy cream. Let this gently simmer for about 3 minutes or until the cream just starts to thicken up. Then you're gonna wanna give this a quick taste. If it needs more salt and pepper, now's the time to do it. Just a little bit more salt and black pepper. Tasting pretty good. So now what we have to do, we're gonna turn off the heat and we're gonna gently melt 3 tablespoons of cold butter into the sauce. This is gonna help emulsify and thicken it up. And if you're wondering what that sound is behind me, that's some nice asparagus that I blanched, and now I'm sauteing it in a pan there with some shallots and garlic. We're gonna eat that asparagus alongside with some rice and our salmon and this beautiful lemon butter caper sauce. Now we're gonna finish with just a little bit of parsley for color, and our sauce is done. Look how beautiful that looks. We're gonna start with a little bit of rice here on the bottom of the plate. I like to use jasmine rice. I just love the taste of it. I like the texture. It's nice and fragrant, and I find it goes really well with this salmon dish. Now we're gonna add a beautiful piece of our salmon right on top of the rice. Couple pieces of asparagus there right on the side. Now we're gonna add a generous amount of our lemon butter caper sauce right on top of the salmon. Just a little bit more parsley for some color. I mean, my mouth's watering, guys. I know how good this is. You guys are gonna love this. I can't wait to give it a taste. That hits every time. Every time I make this sauce, it's super rich, but it's not too rich at the same time, if that makes sense. It's got the right amount of lemon flavor, so just the right amount of acid. Those capers add a nice fragrance, plenty of garlic and shallot flavor. We let that wine reduce completely so the sauce is nice and thick. If you don't like fish, this is probably gonna be a good introduction into eating fish, especially with this sauce on top. It's the star of the show. If you don't like fish, you can eat this with chicken, pork, steak, pretty much any protein you want. Just give this dish a try. I know you guys will love it. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you want to see me cook next. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.